And look at that. The shine that it gives. You can touch your face and there's no product. Mostly when I'm using this little bag, which delicious, yummy. It doubles up as a luminizer. Top 5, top 5. I felt that the month of March really flew by, and I know this may sound repetitive, but I remember vividly Valentine's Day, the month of February, like it was just yesterday. March, I don't know, it kind of feels a little bit of a blur, except for the days that was raining so much here in California. It literally felt like we had this very weird kind of rain that came like 1 day or 2 days in a row, and it was like if somebody has gone up on the clouds, opened the faucet, and here you go, there's all your rain for 2 days. And I know we need that rain, and now it feels so good because everything is so beautiful, so green. Only thing we have right now is just a little bit of wind, which is just perfect. But anyhow, my friends, so what you came here for, my favorite of the month of March. First of all, my favorite thing to do is show you my gratitude, and I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have taken of your busy time to leave me a testimonial for the Sephora Squad. That means so much to me. This is, I think, I lost count, either my third or fourth year that I'm applying to becoming a Sephora Squad member, and right now they are on the phase of gathering testimonials. So I posted on my Instagram, also here on my YouTube channel, on my community tab, that if you could kindly leave me a testimonial, and so many of you have done so, and I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to give me this opportunity, because this will be an amazing opportunity to enrich my career here as a content creator and to bring you valuable information. So anyhow, my friends, thank you so much. And if you're interested to leave me a testimonial for the Sephora Squad, I will be leaving the link on the description box below, along with the links of all the products that I'm going to be mentioning today. But anyhow, let's dive into the products that I have been loving during the month of March. This beauty by Chanel. This is their new blush, Fantaisie de Chanel. It is from their Le Blanc 2023 collection, the Spring 2023 collection. This is such a beautiful, gorgeous blush. It has a little bit of pink, a little bit of coral tone, and it's not a flat blush. It's not super shiny. It doubles up as a luminizer, and it just have so much pigment. I love that beautiful embossing of the tweed. It actually goes really well with the Chanel 23S collection that it has been already launched in boutiques. By the way, I do have a couple videos of that collection, the 23S collection, ready to wear, bags, etc., shoes. I have them up here on my channel if you want to go to the boutique with me and do some shopping. But anyhow, it just goes really well with the collection because it does have a little bit of those pastel-y tones, but also very beautiful spring tones that I actually need. I need a little bit more color nowadays, and this is a beauty. So much so that I do have enough makeup. I don't really need to buy any backups of these type of makeup, blushes, things that I have other brands, but I'm thinking to get a second one for myself and one for my daughter. She's not here at home, so that's a good thing. She cannot hear me. But yeah, I want to get her one because this is such a beautiful shade and it is limited edition. Talking about Chanel, I'm wearing also the eyeshadow quad from this same collection called Delices, which I already have also a review on the collection. So if you want to see more on details, but I have been using so much this quad. As you can tell, the CC logo is gone. The beautiful embossing of the tweed is pretty much gone because I had been just going and going for it. I have it on my eyes today. I feel that it is such a well executed quad because you have everything that you need. You have two neutral tones, your matte shade that is more of like a between a peachy light brown kind of shade, and then this mauve tone that has a little bit of a sheen, not satin, but not flat matte. It just have some sheen to it without any glitter, nothing of that. So you can use, I have used it personally, this shade alone, just perfectly fine. And then also a combination of all of the shades. You can use these 3 shades, look magnifique. And I have right now, just to let you know, I have these above my crease, this shade on my outer V, this shade all over my mobile lid. This shade is kind of like a lemon drop. It's just so, it looks like a fizzy kind of lemony cocktail. Imagine a limoncello but with a little bit of fizz, something along those lines. It's just so pretty because it's not your typical metallic. We know that Chanel could be adventurous, but not so much adventurous, right? But this shade in particular, it's lovely because it's not your typical, like, you know, like little chicken yellow. No, it's not like that. It's a very beautiful tone of yellow. I have it right now on my inner corner, a little bit on my brow bone. And the beautiful thing about this shade too is like you can just tap it a little bit with your finger, not rubbing it, just tap it a little and then tap it right in the middle of your eyelid like I have done. And because I have hooded eyes, it just gives me a little bit more of an effect that my eyes are a little bit more open, but at the same time I'm not covering this shade. So you have the beauty of the pastel shades here as well as your neutral tones. So it's a very well done quad, a quad that is very versatile, that to me takes me from, I mean, like these shades, you can use it definitely in fall time, these shades all year round. This shade, the yellow one, you can implement it spring, summertime. I mean, I think it's just such a well done eyeshadow quad, and I'm just super happy. Like I said, I feel so sad because it's perhaps one of my very few quads on my collection that I have dig in so much. The embossing is pretty much gone. Not that the days are getting not super warm, but just a little bit warmer, and I'm using a little bit of different kind of tops, like this one that is a little bit off shoulder. I always love to have a little bit of shine on my shoulders, on my arms, so they don't look dull. I always hydrate my skin really well, but I like to add just a little bit of an extra. And I have gone through so many bottles of the Glow Oil by Sol de Janeiro. The one in Copacabana is the one that I use during summertime when I'm already bronze up, but the one on Ipanema, I have very little. I have like only this amount right here, is the one that I use when I'm at my palest. And sorry, I know this is a little bit gross, but I love to use this Patrick Ta body brush. I mean, you can use any brush or you can use your hands. I will really emphasizing to try to use a brush, a big type of brush of any kind, but this gives you one of the most beautiful glow to your skin. It just looks extra healthy, extra pretty. There's no glitter particles. It's just a sheen, and as you can tell, look, my hair goes on top, and at the same time it's not getting stuck on the product. It doesn't wrap. I never find, like, even with the one in Copacabana, I never see transfer on my clothing, and I use a lot of white during summertime, springtime too, so that's something that I really enjoy. But I love this product so much. Let me just put a little bit more to show you. So it just comes like this. Oh my gosh, the mess that I'm gonna make. And sometimes I just dab directly like this because I already have so much product in there, and it smells so good. It's not overwhelming, but look at that, the shine that it gives. And it feels actually hydrating and moisturizing. I feel it just looks so pretty. So anyhow, that's something that I really wanted to share with you because it's really a product that I use quite a bit. And in fact, I'm a little bit curious. There's a new oil from Dior that just came out, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be picking it up and kind of like try it and see how much I like it, kind of compare it to see if it gives me this beautiful kind of like very healthy skin like. Anyhow, talking about the fragrance of this oil, let's go into actual perfumes. And you know, my friends, that I have been rocking the new fragrance by Parfums de Marly, Balaya. It is stunning, it's gorgeous, it is musky, it's clean, it's just It's not clean in terms of like soapy clean or just linen clean. It's nothing of that. It's just a very elegant clean. I don't know if that is such a thing. To me, I keep saying the same thing. If you have the idea of the clean girl makeup look, this is what she will wear. This is it. Clean, sophisticated. I mean, I imagine this fragrance with to bold out of an outfit, a really nice bag, either a Chanel or a Hermes bag, nicely put together, dainty jewelry, hair slick towards the back, and that fragrance. And talking about sleek hair, I think I have done a disservice to do not mention about, mention it enough. The SISLEY hair ritual. This is a hair mask to restructure your hair, and you know how much I love my money mask by Color Wow. That is the mask that I pretty much use every time that I wash my hair, and that's why my hair looks so shiny. But I also do this treatment, not always. I usually do it at least twice a month, and whenever you have seen me here on my channel with my hair slick back on a bun, and then I usually use a twirly or a little scarf, something along those lines. Actually, it's not that my hair is greasy, neither that my hair is wet, but basically I have these on. You put it at nighttime or in the morning. You can let it rest for 12 hours. So like say you put it at nighttime and then you shower in the morning, or put it in the morning, do your bun, go throughout the day. It smells amazing, and your hair doesn't look greasy at all and whatsoever. It looks just like so naturally shiny. It looks like it's sleek but not of grease. It just have this beautiful velvet light texture, and it makes a huge difference on your hair too. I think I have certain products in my hair to be at the stage that is at right now, shiny, healthy, long, and yeah, and very manageable, is because of the different products that I use and how I use it. Also the tools that I use, which, you know, my friends, I use my Dyson Airwrap. But anyhow, this hair mask, if you want something that is nourishing and again restoring for your hair, and that it can actually double up as a styling product, and it smells also amazing. Hair Ritual by SISLEY. At the end of the month of February and beginning of the month of March, I pull out, this is Parfums de Marly, DELINA La Rosee. This just makes me feel that I'm going into spring. This is what it is. This is like that sparkling kind of wine. Imagine you're outside having brunch with the ladies and just smelling the beautiful dew blossom. It's not sharp. This is the thing with the original DELINA. I have to be in the mood to use it, because to me it's a very beautiful fragrance, but sometimes it is too sharp. For me, this one is just a little bit more effervescent, a little bit more youthful, a little bit more playful, and yet sophisticated. It's a beautiful ladies fragrance. And then I discovered the new Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush. So this is the new flanker from Carolina Herrera. And let me tell you, if you like DELINA La Rosee, oh, you're going to love this one. Now, this one is a little bit more sweet in comparison with the DELINA La Rosee, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, this has a little bit of vanilla in it, but it's just that very soft, tender fragrance, very much a spring. I'm not a fan of the Good Girl fragrance, the original one from Carolina Herrera, and I love very much many Carolina Herrera fragrances, but Good Girl, I appreciate it, but it's nothing for me. This one, it is for me, because it does have that beautiful elegance, beautiful presence. I think it's just perfect and ideal for springtime. And now, a fragrance that I just tried it, perhaps it has been almost 2 weeks. KAYALI Yum Pistachio Gelato. Oh my gosh. This fragrance is such a pleasant surprise. Now, all of these fragrances right here are more of a spring kind of fragrance. By the notes, you may think that this fragrance is gonna be a true gourmand fragrance, and perhaps for many a disappointment because it's not a gourmand fragrance. Listen, it has pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, and I mean the list goes on and on and on because this is not only the few things in the list, but it is rather a little bit of like a fresh kind of fragrance in a way. What I scent from the pistachio is that creaminess, but it's by no means nothing sweet. To me, if you like Guerlain coconut fizz fragrance, which sadly is discontinued, if you like that kind of fragrance that feels a little bit like that coconut, but it does have some freshness, it's light, it's airy. I think when we read right here whipped cream, I feel like we're talking about that airiness. The cotton candy is also that airy part of the cotton candy. Is not really that sweet. It's not toothache inducing by no means. It's a little bit nutty but not too much. To me it's kind of like a fresh fragrance. But the thing that surprised me the very most, it is the longevity. Oh my goodness. The first time that I sprayed it was by my desk. And I sprayed it, I immediately opened it, put it on me, and I'm like, oh, I like this fragrance. This is nice. Okay. And then throughout the day, I kept sniffing it. And then it lasted throughout the entire night. And then the next day, I went to sit down at my desk and I still smelled the scent around. I'm like, what? Is it still around here? Incredible. Honestly, the longevity of this fragrance, for being a fragrance that to me is lighter, it has a amazing longevity. And let's make of these a fragrance of the day. Delicious, yummy, really yummy, but at the same time very uplifting. It's an uplifting kind of scent that at the same time is very smooth. Okay, friends, now let's go into foundations. Clé de Peau, this cushion foundation that just came out, it is perfection. It has one of the most beautiful luminous finish to the skin. It is long lasting. It just meshes with the skin so well. It looks incredible. It doesn't crack. It doesn't fade away in a wrong, odd way. It's one of my favorite cushion foundations. Top favorites for me are the ones from SISLEY and the one from Chantecaille. To me, this kind of lands right in the middle. Such a perfect cushion foundation. And talking about foundations, the foundation that I'm wearing today that I'm really impressed by is by Guerlain, Terracotta Le Temps. I'm just, wow. Simply, wow. If you're new here to my channel, I do have dry skin on the perimeters of my face, and right on the middle where I have my enlarged pores, I have more of like I should say normal to combination skin, kind of like in between. And I am on my fourth floor, meaning that I'm over 40 years old, and this foundation looks spectacular. One thing that I have to tell you, first of all, this foundation is described as a healthy glow natural finish, and that's what it is. Although in some websites it says that it has a matte finish, no, it doesn't really has a matte finish. Very important, once again, to me, it is to moisturize, to prep your skin as you will do in every day. You can use it after you have used your SPF, however you want to. My current moisturizer, it is nothing new. I have used this moisturizer for so many years. It's the Moisturizing Soft Cream by La Mer. It is super soft, gel-like consistency. I really enjoy it because it's not too thick, but it does the job wonderfully. Now, when I'm doing my makeup a little bit later on the day, I tend to go with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. And usually these are the products that I use in terms of quote-unquote primer, or the one by Bobbi Brown, the one that comes in a jar. So I have already my skin well prepped before going with any foundation. That is just a standard for me. Second thing, this foundation has a new technology that has powder included. That means that it's self-setting. Do not, well, I shouldn't say do not, but my suggestion, if you have dry skin, normal, even normal to combination skin, you don't need to powder it. I will say though, if you have oily skin, if you perhaps live in a more humid climate, then you may need to powder it. But to me, doesn't need to be powdered at all. It's self-setting and it lasts you for hours and hours on end. I mean, like beyond 10 hours plus. This foundation not only looks just stunning on the skin, but is transfer proof. I mean, like you can touch your face and there's no product. It just makes all the rest of your makeup grip on your skin. So it makes everything, like your bronzer, your blush, everything, it makes it last for longer and longer and longer. It's just incredible. To me, an excellent foundation from Guerlain. But again, if you have super, super dry skin, I will highly suggest you to have your skin well prepped, like as you're supposed to do always, no matter what. But this foundation is fabulous. It's not matte. It's a natural finish with a slight luminosity, a beautiful radiance that is skin-like. Fantastic product. It doesn't grab onto nothing. I do have a large pores, and even right now I don't have a pore minimizer primer, and my pores, that they don't look enlarged. It's one of the best foundations that has come out this year. So far, I'm just like literally so impressed by it, and I think this foundation is gonna be also fabulous during summertime. I'm a person that, because of my dry skin, I do not like to powder. I know. I like to use finishing powders from time to time, but anyhow, so these type of foundations to me are just key. It's super lightweight. Oh, and another tip right here. I have tried to apply it with a brush, also because I have been playing around with it with a beauty sponge too. The way that I like to apply it is with the warmth of my fingers. Obviously no jewelry on when I'm doing so, but I just like to apply it like if I'm applying a cream. Little amount though, less than a pump for all over the face. And then when I feel like everything is just like nice and spread, then I go with the damp sponge and just tap, 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 and it just looks fantastic. Fantastic product from Guerlain. I know I can keep talking about this foundation from Guerlain years on end. Moving on right here, nothing has changed in terms of bronzer. The bronzers by Hermes, I'm just very impressed. This has made it into my monthly favorites of February, now March. Did I include it also in January? I don't know if I tried it in January because I had these ones ahead of time, but these bronzers are just fantastic. I in fact got the shade number 4 and the shade number 3. Both of them, they look fantastic on me. I do have shade number 4 today, and the way that I like to apply it to is I like to use this smaller REPHR brush. It's an 05 brush because this gives me a little bit more control. I can just swirl it in, but 4 is a little bit too deep for me. But the way that I like to do it is for all around my face. I like to use the outer skirts of the bronzer, and then at the end I go to right in the middle, the deepest shade, and chisel out a little bit more my cheekbones as well as my jawline to just give a little bit more definition. But this bronzer is just so silky, airbrush, smooth, thin in the formula. Is just so finely milled. It's just such a pleasure to use it. To me, one of the very best bronzers that I have on my collection. I mean, when I'm talking to you, top 5. And during the month of March, I have been going in little trips like 2-3 hours away from here, just coming back and forth. But sometimes I had to go like very early in the morning that I really do not want to put immediately my makeup on, and I kind of like do it on the road. And I have 2 products that I had been taking on those trips and that I really enjoy. One of them is this face palette by Chanel in Tendresse. It is stunning. It gives me everything that I need. This is a very subtle bronzer for my skin tone, but enough for like very simple kind of makeup looks. Love this beautiful peachy blush here and this peachy kind of highlighter. It's just so beautiful. This shade all over the lid, a little bit of mascara, boy lipstick, and I'm said and done. Literally so easy. And then I discovered this Gucci kind of like multi-use palette that you can use it on your eyes, your cheeks, your lips. This one is a cream product. Very impressed about this formulation. I feel that the eyeshadows in here are a lot better to what we have seen before from Gucci. And this formula is beautiful for the lips and the cheeks. Petite but mighty, because this gets you out of trouble so easy and it doesn't take pretty much no space. Mostly when I'm using this little bag, which it's a favorite for me. I have been using so much my Chanel Classic Flap. This is in the beige shade, super super pretty in the small size. I have an unboxing of this baby. I got it last year, I think it was December, during the month of December, but I have used it so much lately, and it's a small size, so you can actually fit quite a bit inside. And you see I have stuff right here. I usually leave a little baggie inside like this. This is by Guerlain, but I have my I have some money, some other things in there. But this little product right here, I like to just put it, like I said, in a little baggie and then with a lipstick. And it just goes perfectly inside. And I can do my touch-ups. It even has a mirror. It's so simple to use. So anyhow, the bag, obviously a favorite. I don't want to say suggested or not suggested to purchase a classic flap at the current prices. They are not going to go down at all. I mean, they're just going to go up, and that's what it is. So I guess it's just like when they did the price increase last year, that everybody was like, oh my gosh, that's so expensive, and then people got used to it, and you see I ended up buying this bag at a higher price than before. But if you don't want to pay the current prices, I will be leaving on the description box below some of the pre-loved websites that I will recommend to look at them. Some of those websites, not all of them, but some of them, they do have an excellent return policy that is really helpful in cases when you are getting something expensive as a luxury bag. But I think that right now, it's not that the pre-loved websites, they haven't caught up with the prices yet. They have caught up with those prices, but they are just playing right now the game of like, okay, let's sell this inventory right away at this price that we had before the price increase from Chanel, before like raising up the prices. So this is the good time if you have been eyeing these type of bags and you don't want to spend the money on Chanel boutique. Going pre-love is a really good route to go about. I have bought actually one of my bags, not my classic flaps, but my Chanel 19 bag. I bought it pre-love and I'm super happy with it. Anyhow, the Gucci palette, it is a total success. Something in fashion, a really nice transitional piece is this little cardigan that I actually got from ZARA, and I really really like it. It's not super thick, it's thin. Like I said, it's a transitional piece. I wear it just alone without anything underneath. And it is of a really nice material. It does have a really nice fit. It's very very smooth and very comfortable and kind of refreshing. I have washed it a couple times and it hasn't balled up anywhere. And a couple times I have appeared with this cardigan here on my channel, and a lot of people had asked me where I have got it from. So it's from ZARA. Again, I will be leaving it on the description box below too, so you know exactly which one it is. But it's such a great piece that you can dress it up or down. I really love the pearl buttons too. I think it's super super cute and a very good piece to have in your wardrobe. And talking about more blushes, this past month of March I tried the new blushes from Haus Labs, the brand by Lady Gaga, and I'm very impressed. And I have to tell you, I'm really curious to try more about Haus Labs now, because one of my favorite bronzers, it happens to be also by Haus Labs, and they do have the same formulation on the blushes. Very soft, smooth. They are very pigmented, but do not be afraid, because you see this very like vibrant color. It's not that when you tap in with your brush you get you don't get a kickback because they have a lot of emollients in it, but you can just tap and go lightly. So this shade here, believe it or not, will work even for fair skin tones all the way to deep skin tones because they are super buildable, non-powdery. They do have a natural finish. This shade right here is also beautiful too. Let's see, this is a shade Pomelo Peach, and this one is Dragon Fruit Days, and I'm pretty sure I have an eye on another one of these blushes that I'm planning to pick up during the Sephora savings event, which is coming fairly soon. I mean, like, we are around the corner. I will be making some content around the Sephora sale, but yeah, definitely picking at least that other shade that I had been eyeing. And I love to interchange my blushes. You know, my friends, I like to use also duotone blushes, a little bit lighter on the front, darker on the back. This blush by Chantecaille has been a love of mine. The shade, I always forget, Apple Blossom, the one that has the white flowers here. This gives you the most beautiful, youthful cheeks. So pretty. I love the formulation. Stunning. You know, these also appear on my February favorites. Also, when I want my blush to last just a little bit longer, I have been going with the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush ones. And I have been actually grabbing this shade Pink Pop. Really pretty, mostly right now that we have entered into a spring. I like to put it, and it just gives me a very subtle luminosity to the skin. There's no shine, it's not a highlighter. It is matte, but it just makes my skin look very healthy. And I think that's all what I'm going for right now. Healthy skin. And in terms of other eyeshadows, honestly, pretty much all the month of March, I was using mostly these eyeshadow sticks. Some from Victoria Beckham Beauty. The shades that I have used the most are Pecan, which is kind of like a neutral kind of brown shade. Now this one right here, yeah, this one right here. It's a brown shade. This shade over here on my outer V, and then the shade Oyster, which is a stunning kind of platinum kind of shade. And I'm just so excited because now that we have entered spring, I'm gonna be getting more use out of this beautiful shade, which is called Macaron. And it is a kind of like a not really pink shade, but it's kind of like a lilac tone. Gorgeous, very much alike to say that lilac shade that we have on the Chanel eyeshadow quad. And then from Hourglass Bonjour eyeshadow stick, in a specific, the shade, oh, what is the name of this shade now? What does it say? Oh yeah, on the back, Galaxy. It is a beautiful, and by the way, I do have reviews of all of these shades. It's kind of like a plummy kind of tone. If you have green eyes, even blue eyes, hazel or brown eyes, this shade, it just makes your look more sophisticated yet a little bit sultry. It's a beautiful tone. So this one, I have been using it quite a bit too. And then when I want something super quick, another product that I have been using a lot is this liquid eyeshadow by Pat McGrath in the shade Bronze Bijou. This, to me, it is a shade that I adore. It's a very, it's a bronzy gold that is not too orange and is not too copper. To me, it's the liquefied version. If you love the Tom Ford Suspicion eyeshadow quad, there is a gold tone. This is the liquefied version, and I have been enjoying it quite a bit, and the formula is beautiful too. And I cannot wait to see Pat McGrath bronzer, the new collection, the bronze collection. I'm buying definitely at least 2 bronzers. That's my ideal, at least 2 of the bronzers. And then the eyeshadow quad. I want the blush. I know it's a third Divine Rose, but it's number 3, and it looks very pretty, so I'm excited for that. But anyhow, these are the eyeshadows that I have been using. And then in terms of lipsticks, I have been a little bit more adventurous in my lipsticks. Not that I'm not, but like right now you see me with a nude lipstick. But in daily basis, now that spring has hit, I usually just wear a little bit of bronzer on my eyelid and mascara, and then I put a little bit of a bolder kind of lipstick, not really red, but something a little bit more, you know, like that. It just wrinkles for spring. And you know, my friends, that I have been decluttering my makeup. During all the decluttering, I was reorganizing obviously everything, and then I realized that I have a ton of the Chanel Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenues, and so I ended up doing a video showing all the lipstick swatches, a ton of them. So I was like, oh my gosh, these are just such beautiful lipsticks. So two that I have been rocking are Sensual Rose. This is so pretty. And then Light Rose. They are just like pinky. This looks a little bit more corally, just a tiny bit. But this one is a true pink and it just looks fantastic. It just makes your complexion, everything kind of like lift up and make everything brighter. It's just so fantastic. And then on those same lines, I have been playing so much with the new Clé de Peau lipsticks because I don't know what to say, lucky, blessed. I mean, just I was in shock when I received the package of all the new liquid lipsticks from Clé de Peau. So I feel so spoiled and so grateful, full of gratitude. And I have been just going around different ones. And this one is my latest favorite. It's 206 Caliandra. It's again another kind of that rosy tone. Perfect for springtime. Just so pretty. I haven't put it today because I'm wearing lilac on my eyelids. You know, I use this type of lipsticks when I'm going a little bit more neutral on my eyes. And obviously for the more neutral tone, I go with Calandre Orchid. That's the name of this one right here. Both of them in the, well, these are called the Creme Rouge Shine. They don't have any sparkles or glitter or shimmer. They are just basically liquid lipsticks that they just are more satiny and very glossy. Talking about glossy, another lipstick that, oh, I cannot stop using it is this beauty by Hermes. It's from their spring summer collection. The shade is Beige Rosette, and it just reminds me literally to be by the Amalfi Coast with all those parasols outside. This shade is just perfection, and it's this formulation that it just gives you extra shine to your lips. If you like the Dior shine lipsticks, you're gonna love this formula too. And the specific this shade, Beige Rosette, obsessed, and I cannot wait to also wear it when I have a bronze. I need to do some self tanning. That's something that I haven't done in a while. I perhaps should do it. But anyhow, super beautiful shade. And if you're wondering what I have on my lips, is this combination right here. I have Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury as a lip liner, Illusion by Chanel. This never fails me. One of my very favorite lipsticks. And then also by Chanel, the Rouge Coco Gloss in Honey Something. Again, I will put all those details in the description, but this combo right here is fantastic. Let me know if you will be interested to kind of like make a video with combinations of like lip liner, lipstick, and lip gloss that they just go so well together. But this beauty, oh, is one of my favorite lip glosses because it is not, it just gives so much dimension to your lips. It's non-sticky, and don't be afraid that it's gold because it doesn't have glitter. It just makes your lips look like a golden goddess. It's just fabulous. And now the next product is something pretty much kind of like for the home, but I really want to share with you is this cup. This is my teacup. I mean, it can be also used for coffee, but another thing that I love aside to white is copper. Everything that is copper, I love. And this is by the brand Fellow, but I got it from Tea Forte, which is, you know, my friends, that I'm not too much of a coffee drinker. I do drink coffee, Lavazza for most of the time. I also like to pass my tea the Italian way, the Peruvian way. If you're Peruvian, you know, the cafetera, yeah, the traditional way, press. Although I also have an espresso coffee machine here at home for practicality, but I'm not too much about coffee on a daily because I have a very sensitive digestive system. So anyhow, I go for tea most of the time or just water. But this cup is just not only beautiful, I just love the look of it. Also, it doesn't get super hot. It's very thick, but it's not heavy, and I just love it. I thought to mention it to you. And although I have mentioned it before, I think in a couple vlogs you have seen me prepare my tea. I I love tea forte. I love tea forte. If you don't know, is I mean, you perhaps have seen it. Like I use tea forte at my restaurants too, but they come like this. They are little pyramids, and this one is an assortment pack. But let me tell you a few of my favorites. Ginger lemongrass. Oh my gosh! If you like ginger and you like that very vibrant um, kind of taste of lemongrass, you're just gonna love it. It's super soothing, super nice. Love mint Moroccan. Oh my gosh, it is so good. It is really really good. And then Bombay chai. I think it's Bombay chai. Yeah, it is fantastic. It is fantastic. It's super creamy, smooth. I don't like to use any type of sugar or any kind of sweetener or nothing, honey, nothing on my tea. These teas are just so like best, best, best. I wish they make Jacuto tea, but they don't. But anyhow, they are masters at their craft with everything that has to do with tea. They also sell them in Amazon, and I have a Amazon storefront, so I will be leaving it also in the description box below. But I wanna do a quick mention because if you are a tea lover, you must try Tea Forte. And this video is not sponsored, by the way. They don't even know that I have a YouTube channel. They know I have the restaurants, but they don't know that I have this YouTube channel. Just so you're aware of. Okay, my beautiful friends, and this makes it for this video. Once again, thank you so much to all of you who have left me a testimonial for the Sephora squad. If you feel so kind to leave me a testimonial, again, the link will be on the description box below, along with the links of everything else. And now I would love to hear from you. Which are those things that you have been loving during the month of March? Let's continue the conversation on the comment section down below. While you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. It would be amazing if you can come and follow me on my TikTok and Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share with family and friends. And if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos right here that I'm sure you're gonna love. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye!